the DLC quest for Fallout 4, and was the first very major one. Unlike many other Fallout games, well, unlike many of the other DLC for Fallout 4, we are now, pardon me, not burping apparently, on the island of Fire Harbor, up north. So maybe we're in Canada. Oh, jeez.
What are you?
I told you. I know the plastic skin and tubes out the back. Tell me why you're...
I came here looking for Kasumi Nakano.
Really? I'm impressed. Few would break. Kasumi is here. Before you do, though...
Hey, Miss Play. I am doing alright.
Just who the hell are you?
Been busy.
Joke?
Let me tell you what I know, and you can judge me.
Been alright, just been playing Pokemon Shield for a bit, and taking things slow. I'm having to these days because I find myself that if I work myself up, especially around December, I'm going to I'll burn myself out and everything, and I had to take a break. Well, main reason last week is I took a break from streaming. And I didn't stream yesterday because I got so busy yesterday that I just wasn't in the mood to stream.
They wanted to try transferring an entire... It took several attempts before I couldn't let them do it. You were my... If I were your... That's where you'd be wrong. This... I've heard. I think you and I need...
We'll talk later.
Nick, now... I asked you before.
Why are you asking?
Because none of us take this transition. That someone's... I want you to understand that before you... One more. Tell me.
How would I even know?
I'm afraid if you're looking for some biological test, instead, you have to look for this. But ultimately...
Not sure if I told you about the 100 Marta, if you put up or anything. Oh, yep.
I'm a human being.
Are you sure?
I remember...
No memories before that. Isn't it funny how I won't lie, but I can...
Thank you.
I'm glad. And I'm sure you...
Yeah, I think you did, last week, last time I streamed.
But that also means the techno... Sorry. Is there any...
I should get going.
Yeah, I saw on the Brumba, but it didn't go in.
Hello?
Yeah, I know there's like a lot of things that happened. I did bad on the tracks, but the kit was great. Good fit. Yeah, sometimes you get kits like that where there'll be just a part that doesn't work. I've had a couple where that's happened. For me, it was really, really freaking annoying.
Kasumi Nakano?
Sorry, I'm right in the middle of something.
I'm a detective.
You left without telling you.
Look, my mom and dad...
What do you mean?
I thought if I just left... I've been lying to you this whole time.
I know. It must be hard for you.
Yeah, so I can't leave
Also,
until I've gotten...
I also found to get the 18-wheeler looks A2 and 176. So. Oh yeah.
If something's going...
I don't know how... What if I...
Alright.
Okay. Well, and what if Dima...
We should get to the bottom of this. Dima is putting on an act you need to know.
Yeah.
I'll help if I can.
I know. I've been working.
I know I need to do quite a bit as well, but at the moment I'm taking a break from modeling. I do that every December at the moment because like all my funds just basically
I've also tried.
a lot of people.
This will be easier. All right.
One.
And we need to go talk to this person.
Someone has the key to
Let me ask you.
Got tons of stuff for Christmas.
Ask away.
As my mum doesn't buy me things like a surprise, she gives me some money and I says I can put stuff into it. This time it's £200. Nice!
Make sure you're holding up.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Took me a long damn time to get. Thank goodness I found Diamond City. Of course, when I took up there back when, the massacre of the CPG was still pretty
look.
fresh in people's minds at that point.
Right.
Plenty of people assumed I was just a saboteur, but at the time they couldn't exactly turn me.
Why'd they let you in?
Because I'd rescued the mayor's gal of about 15. Pride and joy of the matter.
Well done. I'm glad you were able to do that. By the way, Mr. Players, I've got a thing. If I'm on early enough in the morning and I've turned my PlayStation on, please don't send me an invite straight up. Yeah, no, it's about 400 New Zealand dollars. Because most times in the morning I'll just have the PlayStation up to do a couple of things, and it's really really not worth me tired and grumpily just talking to people. So I normally do that. So basically, just don't send me an invite straight up. Ask me over Discord first. I will let you know if I'm up for it or not.
Started off doing the job, but I guess folks never forgot I rescued the mayor's daughter. Wife runs off with a new paramour and takes the rent money with her. Off to the cent. An upset father decides moving him and the kids to Good Neighbor in the dead of night.
Alright, sorry. Yeah, well, for sure. Yeah, no, it's just like, I thought I'd mention it. It's just like,
Hell, I was so happy. I never
yeah.
being nicked the cent. It's about then.
It's just like, if I mention it now, you know, it's a good way to get it, you know, get things.
Hey.
Watch the people of the Commonwealth slept soundly. The greatest monster was gone. A lot of guts to do what you did. I know it couldn't have been easy.
I didn't realize you were on, as I was just seeing who it was and saw you. You didn't know you were just on here. Yeah, like I said,
It had to be done.
just send me a message over Discord first, because I have actually gone, this has happened on Xbox a lot. I've often been invited to groups and I have removed people because of it, because I get really, really angry, and I've actually told a lot of people to stop sending me messages
I didn't do it alone.
straight up, because it's,
Heads up.
I find it rather annoying.
Oh, sorry. Got me.
Before I answer, are you okay?
Now, Pete, don't worry. Just need to figure this out.
Sure. It's hard to deny it.
I spent a long time wondering if I always thought I was just more of their discarded trash. Never thought of the possibility that there's got to be some kind of proof out there.
Right.
I'd appreciate it.
Of course, Nick.
Thanks.
Yeah, there is by the way, there is a side quest that you can do with Nick through this, which is why I brought him. And it is, what's this? Oh, that's next week's load. And it basically shows you that, yoink. Yeah, it's 9, yeah. Like I said, like, it's just like, in future, please ask before you straight up, you know, send me an invite. It's just like, because mentally, I'm not there in the morning. Like, I'll wake up and I'll just be like, I'll be there, but I'm not all there. Because normally I have many, many problems. Especially going to sleep, so, you know, being asked first really does, you know, make me a bit better than a lot of other things. Yeah, well, I'll have that over here. Cool. Just thought I'd, ask is all. I'm not angry. I mean, you know if I'd be angry, but no. I'm not angry, just like, yeah, just thought I'd ask. Because there's nothing wrong with asking. Nope, shit. Get back up here, you. Now we are going to be doing the main quests because unfortunately actually we're going to be doing a couple of side quests. Yeah, thank you. As well for these. Once we get to the Children of Atom, and by the way, that is what happens when you focus too heavily onto religion. And it's the wrong way to do religion. Yeah, it's for me like one of the worst ways to religion. We're just gonna reload our never-ending rifle. The we got a Dijon.
Gosh, after a welcome, this place isn't free. Acadia is own. If there's a synth who needs a safe place, that makes you an unnecessary risk. It's nothing personal.
Is there anything I can just...
Unfortunately, you do get people like that. Yeah, who are jumping. I mean, I can't blame them either, because like these are synths who have had freedom.
So you're that new gal from the Commonwealth. It's so wonderful to meet someone from back home. I'm afraid Kasumi doesn't seem to want...
Getting better every day, I think.
Oh, that's so good to hear. I would love it. Acadia is all well and good.
You're safe here.
I suppose. I'm sure I'll see you.
Hi.
Acadia may not look like much from the outside, but it's all some of us have got. It certainly wasn't what I was expecting.
That's a good attitude.
Believe me, when I first escaped, but I heard rumors of Chase and what she was doing. And now here I am.
Right. You're lucky to have found a place.
Yeah, I've just got to keep it.
And unfortunately, you'll meet some people who show different things. I mean, a lot of
Because I don't recognize you.
Look, I'm not anybody worth talking to. Sorry, didn't mean to bother you.
It's not your fault. You try having somebody botch a mind wipe on you.
I'm sorry. Yeah, well.
oof. Sometimes you get people like that who are like, fuck you. But yeah, like you're gonna feel sorry for the synths. Like,
I'm just gonna keep telling myself I'm better off here than there.
The hell yeah, you are, brother. There is a reason why I'm looting everything. Because with Far Harbor, at least, you do need to build like a lot of stuff. It's actually really useful to get the quest where you can get the... trying to remember now. There's a quest you can get that gives you the ability to access, oh, cool.
Dima?
Is there anything I can do?
Kasumi says she's seen parts of your memory.
That's unfortunate. Please. Those projections. Just a handy reference.
Sure. If this thing involves the whole island, then you need...
I suppose there's a conflict that's been brewing on this island shortly after we built it.
Sweet.
Simply put, they want to kill each other, and each side.
We've tried to stay neutral. The Far Harbor was going...
And I was friends with the previous leader of the Children of Adam.
Which was a mistake, because Martin is gone and the new...
He's been threatening us to force us to choose a
Looking
side.
at shower
I
thoughts.
left behind something
Fair enough.
very-
Dima's earliest memories are stored in the military.
But now Tectus is in charge.
But we do know that I spent nearly a century on this island alone.
I see. So what can I...
If you're willing to retrieve what I've lost,
You'll have to get through the Children of Adam's base.
Then, once you get...
it's not going to...
Sure.
I've loaded the program with some instructions.
I'll get you memories, Dima.
If one more thing.
Yeah.
Our ultimate. If we find anything
Well, I mean,
suspicious,
the guy who built the thing was Graham Norton Bell.
What's wrong?
wrong? We've just been traveling. So, is there anything you want?
What's with the outfit?
After I
So,
It's weird saying a word that is made up since all of them are. Yeah, it's not. You're not wrong there, because like language is weird.
They scanned you. I don't know why they chose. Hey.
wait.
Sure was. Which meant, I remember waking up one day in a garbage heap, body in tatters. Suffice to say, folks didn't really know much about kids. I think his name was Jim. Grilled me for an hour. Once they'd seen him, he'd eventually turned into a pretty those people. It's a surprisingly rare trait. Part of the reason I
Where's that town?
tried to go back and say thanks. Once I got my, don't know what happened to them.
We're good to people.
Couldn't agree more. Well, I expect you're
Right?
Yeah. One of the interesting things I found out, like, I listen to a lot of comedians and such. Shut it, Nick. Alright, well, we can go back to Kasumi, but at the moment we need to go do some... oh, do we have to go back to... Yeah, we do. Alright, we'll go back to Kasumi and we'll find out what the hell's going on. Grab some of you. All of that garbage, because we need it. You're always clapping, just each time. Just the time between each one. Yeah. Yep. Interesting facts. I'm not really much of... I don't really enjoy shower thoughts that often, because, you know, they're weird. Nice.
Turns out Dima's earliest memories are in the hands of the children of Adam. He's afraid of what they're going to find.
So, is that what those death projections were about? Or is he still hiding something? What? Do you have a way in?
I got this program that...
Really?
Some bad, but some like, whoa. Yeah.
I wonder...
That's why I
I'll bet that's it.
tend to avoid them.
I'm sorry,
I'll get Dima's memories.
good luck.
Kasumi.
Dima has secrets. We have to find out what is
Alright, so we are up to the next part of the main quest, which is, basically Forgotten. We are going to ignore that for now, because we're going to go and help out the Mariner. Well, because you want to upgrade Far Harbor when you can. The reason I say that is because it's a pain in the ass, because unfortunately you do get many different things. Like, you can wipe out... One of the things you can have happen during this whole thing is there are 3 different endings, like several different endings for this. One, there is a peace deal. Like, the way to achieve the peace, though, is you have to wipe out... You have to kill the current person who's in charge of the Children of Atom. And basically the best way to sum up the Children of Atom in this game is they're fanatics, and I don't really enjoy the fact that they did that to them. I think that's actually kind of sad, really, because I went from being alright to just no, and religious fanaticism, unfortunately, is what we've got these days. Oh, there he is. With, the crap we've got, because... You've got the Muslims who hate everyone. You've got the Christians who hate everyone. You've got you've got the Jews who hate everyone. You've got the Buddhists. Basically, everyone's hating everyone, and we're spending too much time hating each other, rather than enjoying each other's company. And for me, I find this quite sad, because, you know, sometimes you need a person of a different religion to understand how shit is going. Get wrecked, nerd. Sit for 10 hours. And there are video games that show us, you know, we can play games where we could be whatever, but I think, like most people, religion's a bit of a hard one to talk about. Due to the fact that, well, basically it's down to how people are raised. I mean, I was brought up Christian, and I was like, oh yeah, I used to believe in God. Used to. Quite extensively when I was younger. These days, I've questioned it so much because... Allow me to put it like this. It's something I'm going to take what Stephen Fry said. It's like, what type of God would exist where there is so much death, so much illness on this planet, and let it exist? And it was actually one of my friends who was like me as well. He was a former Christian as well, and he pointed this out. Well, then explain all the death and shit. If God was, you know, there, don't you think he'd do something? And that's something that, you know, once you sit back and look, and he's like, because with the shit that's happening in China, with all this religious bullshit, with all this civil unrest, with the fact that every single government is so goddamn corrupt, don't you think he would have stepped in? Because he's already wiped us out once. Pretty sure we'll be more than happy to do it again. And frankly, either we will wipe ourselves out, or he will wipe us out. And frankly, we, as a human race, we need to die. We have done shit that is just so disgusting that, you know, we don't deserve any more chances. Ah!
Those tools you found were a joy to work with. A stranger. It gave me this idea. A cargo freighter with a bit of best to do it soon.
One cargo freighter?
The island, the ships, the MS. Once you mop it.
Now that's good, because we've got Miss Gutsy. To help.
I'm sorry, but I don't have time for this.
Avery.
I'll be straight with you. It's never easy to ask, but I've got a reason.
I'm happy to help with anything I can.
If you say so. We get our drinking. We had a bad storm not long before you got. I sent Howard Dunbar out to fix them. He was out there when the mire lurks hit us. I was hoping you might go. If you're up to it, just... I wouldn't ask us.
Alright. I'll head out there. Good.
But like I said, at the moment, like, religion and politics are just two of the worst things to talk about. Fudge off, would you let me out of there?
Ah, you there. Are you that detective I've heard about?
I guess you could say that.
No one.
Sounds like we...
I haven't been able to find any of the local...
This is just a random and not shower thought. I found an image if you could teach dog or cat speak English. Yeah.
No, I'm...
If you change...
Yeah.
Talk to Cassie Dalton.
Oh. Hey, it is.
I wiped out the feral ghouls at the campground.
The hero of our saga returns triumphant.
I'm going to attempt to do all of the things for Far Harbor and Oh, that wasn't
Everybody was. But that didn't matter to him. He had a farm, little way the islands and
Ah.
if you can take that fog crawler's gonna pay. Oh, Gramp, that's this.
Alright, let's go free camp. Go help Grandpa George. And then afterwards we'll do the Whole Breach 2 and then Safe Passage. Oh shit, just have to go to both quests. Yeah. I know Herbert got up to this part, was on Far Harbor. Or has at least done it. And the interesting thing about the robot is she doesn't have to worry about, Alright, what we'll do is we'll get the fresh water first, then we'll go do the church. No, the farm. Hello, church. And then we'll go do the... I always keep instinctively hitting my button to reload.
Looks like Howard didn't make it.
Well, we'll take your full condenser opponent. It's my bro, Nana. Yeet. Boy. Fuck. Oh, thank you. Right, I've also got to go and update Conan later because... Oh, yep. If you actually do play Conan Exiles, they've got a free update that has just gone down, which adds in mounts, which I am looking forward to because... Man, I may actually stream Conan as well, but... Conan is a lot like Ark, in the way. Except, instead of dinosaurs and prehistoric animals you are fighting and taming, you've got... it's set in the world of the Conan the Barbarian movie, you know, the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And it's a fun game. My brother brought it for me a while back. I do mean a while back. So we'll disable the Captain Avery quest, Safe Passage. We'll disable the whole brick too. We'll go do the Ghoul, which I've got this place. Use please. There's far. Fun game. I quite enjoy it, at least. I've got to get back and playing it, but I kind of just had enough at the moment. Yeah. Do you ever feel like randomly pressing a button on the controller or randomly having the urge to say a word or a letter? Yep. Countless times. If you hang around me, I'll do things weirdly. In real life, I can be walking 1 minute and then next minute I'll look at something and go, huh, weird. It's always caught my friends off guard because, like, they don't know what I'm saying how weird about. I just do. And that really, really does annoy them, but, I mean, there's nothing I can, well, there's not much to do about it, but, oh, hello? Little camp down here. Ooh, we'll get some wild corn. Some wild mint fruit. Right here.
Nice.
But yeah. At the moment though, I'm just going with the flow. I have to these days. Otherwise I get too stressed and I don't like it. Oh, my mum's home. I thought she'd be at work early for a bit longer. Oh well. I may have to mute my mic for a bit. that. Yeah. Sorry about that, just had to deactivate my thing for a bit. So we've got to help the mariner, we've got Captain DLC, help DLC. Yeah. So we will switch that off. We'll do Whole Breach 2, which is down south. What do I have down south? Arcadia. Right, we'll go to Arcadia. Oh, don't mean to put the bloody marker there. Each issue of the Robco Fund includes a holotape containing a unique game, which can be played on your Pip-Boy or at any terminal. And that's Pitfall. Revell has a lot of modern German stuff. Not sure if I want the Fuchs or the Lux or a Leopard or a Gepard. Like that's the thing though, is companies like Revell and Airfix have a lot of stuff to offer. I'm considering in the near future getting another Airfix kit, but not a tank, because rubber band tracks can fuck off. For those of you who want to know what I take through Glen's teeth, I said rubber band tracks can F off, because rubber band tracks are the worst. I mean, done properly, they're pretty cool. It's just that I don't enjoy rubber band tracks, so I hate them. Yep, so that's one. That's my reason for not liking rubber band tracks, is I find them, infuriatingly fiddly. I'll get them in, like, oh yeah, finally, and then they'll come apart, and I'm like... So I just... don't bother with rubber band tracks. Nobody likes rubber band tracks. I've got a couple of friends who like rubber band tracks, so... He finds them a bit more fun than, he's weird like that. He didn't need a head. But you know, anybody in their right mind doesn't like rubber band tracks. Okay. There. That's weird. I said kill them. Oh, I said kill them. Just didn't pop up. Yeah, no, I've got that removed. I've got a lot of things I've got active and not active, as what you can say. It's instantly, yeah. Well, that's actually, I think, down to YouTube itself, actually. That one. Because I look through the words I've put through, and I've never seen a reason why to need the word to censor kill at all. Well, it means YouTube, so murdered to death. I'm gonna take that out of Epic Nate. If you don't know who Epic Nate is, he does Fallout 4 and Skyrim videos. And he's like 10 tiny details in Skyrim, or 10 tiny details you may have missed in Fallout, or XYZ, and whatnot. And they're actually really enjoyable videos, because they show you some, information or features you may have missed. I've actually quite enjoyed it, watching them. Like, I'll load them up while I'm playing Pokemon Shield, which I'm probably going to do in a bit after this. To finish up what I'm doing in that, or maybe just do some grinding. Because in that game, I'm trying to get shiny, they've got a new Pokemon called Roly-Coly. It's essentially the new Geodude line, sort of. And the reason I'm looking for it, it's got a very nice blue. Did not say you could live. It's a very nice blue. And by the way, if you hear sounds up to my in the background, I can't do shit about them. It's about lunchtime for us anyway, so I'm not going to be streaming for too long. I'm only going to be streaming maybe for another 10 minutes or so. Because I do need to get things to eat later. Ah, yes, fish heads. I love fish. I actually don't like fish heads. I'm not really too fussed on them. Oh, there's an angler. Get right, nerd. Albino angler. Let's see if we can get a headshot, eh? He didn't need a head. I don't know now, but I'm into modern gear, German stuff, and like a day. I mean, because like when you think about it, like what happened to Germany, Italy, and Japan after World War II really wasn't the best thing. Because I mean, Germany got split in two, Japan got nuked, Italy got the least of it because it was able to get rid of its fascist dictator quite easily. And you look at them now, and you're just kind of sitting there going, holy crap. You know, from being split apart to what they are now, you're just kind of sitting there going, jeez. Because both sides had tanks and planes and ships, all of them had planes and tanks and ships. It's just that they had to abide by a much more enforced treaty this time. Japan is only now just starting to regain its military, well, its military, really, to be honest. Do I have a sniper on me? Niet. The mod I've got a mod on Xbox that adds in the big old Russian anti-tank rifles. And I'm planning on either streaming it tonight. Because you know it is a lot of fun, and plus the huge Russian anti-tank weapon I've got is just awesome. Да, comrade. Wish to blow a person's head off.
I don't know if you saw my message earlier, Brenda. But I thought Auntie Al probably knows Uncle Warren better than I do.
I did ask.
Yep. Did she have any suggestions for you?
Yep.
Good. I don't need to know what they are.
But I have an idea.
Yeah.
Bah humbug.
Shh. I need to go to the warehouse.
Okay. As long as you don't spend more than $10.
I will not.
Yep.
I'm thinking of making something for my Secret Santa partner.
I'm gonna make me a cheese sandwich.
And I've already got my Secret Santa's present.
Wow, that was quick.
I went and did it yesterday. I was like, because one thing I had to go do is I went, because I had to go buy a new charging cord.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, I might as well go and get my Secret Santa while I'm out.
That makes sense.
Kill two birds with one stone. Yeah, so for those of you who want to know a bit of what I'm doing Christmas, my aunt is arranging a Secret Santa type dealio So, yeah, we've all been given Secret Santa people. We're not telling a soul who we've got. But we basically have to go buy a gift for them that's $10 and under. Leave my sandwich alone.
Where'd you get the meat?
We've got a ham in the fridge.
Oh.
Ham that we can use for sandwiches.
Oh.
As long as we don't be greedy with it. Nice. Yeah, it is. My gift's gotta be... It's gotta give people humor. I like humor, so... I did mine purely based off humor. I find if you need to laugh a little. Die. He's dead. He's dead, Jim. I'm not afraid. Are you afraid? Get lost, gnome. You've leveled up. Yeah, but I've got all the perks I want to get, so I'm not legit gonna ignore that. I'm just going to ignore that. Try the bottom of the fridge, Brendan. I love it. He's just like, I'm gonna hit you with this sword. No, you're not. You're gonna die. Armor workbench. Weapons workbench. This is actually a pretty good location. I mean, if I had to survive in a post-apocalyptic world, I probably would look for something like a ship. I mean, and there's a very good reason why. They're more easily defended, you know, than say something like a fortress. Or a building at least. They've got the ability to hold a lot of resources, especially a lot of things and such. You can go between a normal civilian vessel, like a yacht or a ferry or a cargo vessel, to a military vessel, like an aircraft carrier or a battleship. Or a destroyer or a frigate, depending on where the hell you live, or maybe even a submarine. You've got space. So, you know, you can build into things. You can not have to worry about people destroying your shit stuff. Now, if you're a hoarder type person like me, you've got a lot of stuff to keep resources and such. You didn't need to live. But yeah. There we are, we've just got all of them. Excuse the beeping in the background. Again, nothing I can do about it, and I'm not going to do anything about it. If you were in a post-apocalyptic world, where would you make a base? We already know where I would, and that is on a ship. And the reason I say on a ship, because again, you know, you've got a fortress, and like you can get other vessels and just weld them together or merge them together, floating, or you know, a utopia. Not sure, maybe it should be. Alright, we're way back to Far Harbor. Haven't really thought about it before. Like, I know some people who would take, like, old military installations or, you know, army bases, air force bases, NASA, other locations. But down to that, you've got too many people who'd be going there. You've got competition. in a post-apocalyptic world, you're always going to have a competition, whether you're fighting for resources or fighting for survival. You're going to have people who just don't like you, and if you can form a community, that's awesome. But eventually, things are going to happen. If you've got a boat, you know. Yeah. If you played a game called State of Decay, that's actually a really good.
Azalea is good to go. Trappers by the Azalea. I'll send the work crew over.
If you played a game called Dead by Daylight, no, not Dead by Daylight, State of Decay, I highly recommend that you do. Because it's actually a really awesome game, to play.
Those fog condensers are back online.
And they do tell you what happened with that. My goodness me, man.
Good.
He died trying to get those condensers.
Yes. Well,
Thanks.
that. Now here's your pay.
Now you.
Hey, Doc.
You are a curious specimen. Despite our friendly town, I got to ask.
Right? They're good people in some dire straits.
Huh? Most folk here are set in their way. It took my family 3 generations. There's a way.
I'd love to change that.
Right. In olden times, legends say the toughest. Once the would-be captain, you do this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I might go. See ya. Yeah, see you, Mr. Play. Thanks for coming out.
There's an old Mire Lord feasting grounds by here. Go there.
Hey, you got a sec?
Of course, Nick. What's up?
I wouldn't, for as long as I... Memories of... They're not bad. They're just as in... I'm just a minute.
You think, you feel...
Yeah, nice of you.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. Nick was a hell of a... I always counted myself lucky it is. But I know I got everything that makes me... And I can't do it all I...
You've already built a life for yourself.
Yeah, I mean... You know,
You're welcome. One more person we're gonna go see, and that is the Delton.
Reach out. I could use a hand if you're willing to take a crack at it. That's fine. Talk later.
Heads up. Hey, Valentine.
Something you need? Any chance you'd
Look
rethought
alive.
helping me close out some Nick Valentine history?
Sure thing. What's the case?
This one? Once heard a lot. So he
Eddie Winter was from...
story. So he can come out of that shelf. Only Eddie didn't.
You've really done your homework.
Yeah. Eddie Winter went, and I'm convinced.
Right.
I'm gonna...
All right, Nick.
Good. Now, back in the day, you find out I've been putting, including one of Winter, on my way. Probably.
Sure.
Well, it's easy to do the Eddie Winter holocausts.
You give that fog crawler what for. Courtesy of adults.
Grandpa George can rest in peace. The fog crawler is dead.
Wonderful. That's another with that fog. That's right. And here's another too.
Really, it's no...
Well, right now, but if you ask me, that's why
Believe me.
if that's true, my late husband, Daniel, was the best fisherman this one day. Turns out some trappers moved into the lighthouse. No, their leader was having a little target practice. You go and get that son.
I'll make that trapper pay.
All right then. Remember.
Alright, well, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Duncan. I'll catch you next time. Bahamut.